Hello and welcome back to your least favorite podcast. You'll have to let me know if this microphone is better because I am trying it. Wow. Anyway, today was kind of a disappointing day. I don't think I did anything wrong except for that. You should wait very slightly for that jump. Or do the version where you don't jump on the side like that so you have more stamina coming off. I don't know which one's faster personally. But that is the biggest mistake I think I made this day. The other thing, this is the March Classic. I think outside of maybe the third fire exit spawning in that same room as the other two, that's as close as 3 fire exits can be together. It would be funny if main was right here, but it's not. Based on like my knowledge having already played through the day. Yeah, we're gonna find belt room in a big bolt, and I'm just like, alright, double checking this is the right spot. And I'm gonna just play belt room. And then thinking about main, I'm thinking, alright, I'll play all 3 fire exits, I guess. Somewhat deep, because I kinda have to. And then I want to switch to main. It kinda really complicates the game plan. But it shouldn't be too bad. I also don't really have an amazing game plan for March in general. But the amount of items I find here is really nice. I actually find quite a lot really close. This day is very short and it's kind of unfortunate, but you'll see when we get there. And it's unfortunate why it's short because under different circumstances it could be fine, if not good even. But it is a little short. So at this point, I'm like, alright, I've checked belt room. Belt room is a great place that I know I have been if I go to main. So I'm like, alright, I got 7 items. And I've cleared belt room. And I'll know that I'm near fires if I find belt room. So I'm going to go to main, I think to myself. Why not? And I'm like, I'm not exactly sure which door is the fastest, but I think this one is. And I want to leave that stuff there so I take the Easter egg first and don't have to drop it as many times. Although I guess you could just swap it. So that's not as applicable, but it does, I think, save some time doing it specifically like that. And technically taking the toilet paper here can be slightly better. Or switching out some of those heavy two-handeds for one-handeds even. But I don't think it's a huge deal. The toilet paper can be good if later items get stolen, if I have a boonhawk, or if it's dangerous later, so I don't have to worry about navigating with the toilet paper. And also you secure the value. And taking lighter items early could also be beneficial because I get to main faster. It's not a huge deal though. Because those are both unlikelihoods. Well, outside of the getting to main faster, but that's almost nothing. Here's where the day is gonna kind of go awry. Yeah. I'll just shut up for a little while. Entering main, I immediately see the turret pointed straight down the hall. I'm gonna check deads first and then go the turret way, just because I see cabinet room here. And I'm guessing there's at least 1 item in here. There is not. Sorry, sucks to suck. And then I believe by the time I come back here, there should be a thumper inside of main. And at this point, it's 1 o'clock. The thumper sounds really close. And so I think I could technically go buy a shovel and come back and fight the thumper around the turret in this kind of really awkward area while it's probably standing on the main door while I'm injured. Or I could just haul the last stuff and call it a day and almost fall in the lake apparently. And that's what makes this day so short, is I decide not to fight the thumper. Because if I summon the shovels, they can appear at... they could appear around 3 o'clock, which is a spawn cycle. Which means there will be unknown enemies and circumstances around them. So there could be a dog that stands on the shovels and makes them impossible to get. There could be annoying baboon hawks that take these items. There could be Feopar that just make the whole ordeal unfun. Those aren't as bad because you'll have a shovel on you. And there could be a giant that makes hauling take forever and be very dangerous. So in general, I'm just going to opt not to even bother with any of that and just take the day in this case. It's not very interesting, but I think it's the best play on a consistency basis. Because sure, you could risk it all, but maybe you'll get a couple things and then it'll be like 7 o'clock by the time you're out of Maine, maybe. No, that's a little bit. It'll probably be like 5 o'clock by the time you're out of Maine. But then you'll also have to haul these items that I just hauled, and it'd make a huge mess. And I'm like, okay, I was just handed half of them at the 7 fires, so it's like, whatever. Maine looked really barren so far anyway. Had the annoying turret. It just doesn't seem worth it. That is also weird. Not a huge deal, I guess. Just kind of sad that the thumper is there. Of all the vents we saw on fire and all the other places it could have spawned, it just spawned there. Unlucky, really. And I didn't have shovels, so whatever. See ya.